Peppermint Pals, welcome to day 9. I was really hoping that this would be what I'd call it a redemption day, because last year, my day 9, it was not only my least favorite, it was also the only one out of all 30 days that I genuinely did not like. But not only did I redeem myself from last year, I think I did, because after the last 2 days, I was feeling a little burnt out and not sure if I was living up to my full potential with these, but oh my god, this day just rekindled my spark. It made me feel great, and it came out really awesome too. I'm really proud of it, so I got redemption in a huge way, and I'm really excited. So for today's style, we have Danganronpa. As soon as I knew I wanted to do Danganronpa style, I knew it had to be something from Reputation, and it probably had to be Look What You Made Me Do. So what I originally wanted to do, we have of course her outfit from the Eras Tour, her Reputation outfit. Initially I was going to do like a character sheet because I wanted to show off the full outfit, but I also wanted to do a variety of sprites. So I was going to do one full body sprite, and then I was going to have a variety of other sprites. We had a blushing sprite, a scared sprite, a sad sprite, and a crazy one, a crazy sprite. In the end, that's, I still like these and I want to develop them more and get more expressions, but I'm like, I just kept thinking about what I could do with all the different sprites and put them in, like, scenarios, and in the end, I ended up, completely changing paths. Well, not completely changing. I took, the crazy sprite and I put her in a trial situation. Here I am saving the others to a different canvas because I want to keep them and develop them more later, but I'm taking the sort of normal full body sprite, cutting it down. I copied it and saved the other half to the other canvas, but I'm trimming it down and I'm gonna just make a trial scene. It's not gonna show off the full outfit, but I think it's a lot of fun and it comes out really funny, and just, you'll see how it develops. I just love how it came out. So in the Danganronpa style, their hair, not so much their bangs are pretty, like, solid, but their longer hair strips seem to be, like, in these big kind of flowing strips that go out in weird different directions, and, initially I didn't like that. Like, I mean, I think it looks okay in the style, but I didn't like it for me. Is a way I used to draw and it never looked good, but, like, actually doing it in the style, it looked good, and it was fun, too, because I could do different things. It, of course, helped show expression. Here, of course, we have just a more neutral face on the picture on the side, and then when she's actually in the trial and talking and going crazy, it's fun to have it, like, billowing out and actually using the hair to, like, add to the expression. That was a lot of fun. I enjoyed that. Not gonna lie, I thought that this was not gonna come out very well. I've never done Danganronpa style before. Still doesn't look a ton like the style, like you can obviously tell. It's got my fingerprints on it and stuff, but I still think it looked pretty cool, and it was fun to experiment, and I think it's recognizable as the style. There are people out there who can make sprites that look like they came right out of the games. It's very impressive, but I'm sure they've had a lot more practice, and this was my first time ever doing Danganronpa style, and I think it turned out really good for that, so. When making this, I was very intentional to avoid spoilers. Some might say some of the sprites are a little spoilery, but I think, honestly, without context, they're not that spoilery. There are certain sprites that are way more spoilery, and I was very careful to avoid them. If you know, you know. Like, there's a certain character I wanted to reference, and I couldn't, so I referenced a different character. Anything that I had that was spoilery was gonna be on a separate window. I had a separate screen up, and I was looking at that. I was actually, for her kind of crazy breaking down in the trial kind of idea that I was going for here, I was actually referencing a character from the second game, and she ended up, like, the pose and everything looks exactly like a character from the first game, and I didn't even realize that until I was, like, partway through, so maybe that character had been, like, ingrained in my mind. I don't know. But, yeah, if you know, you know. But yeah, I want to avoid spoilers because some friends of mine who might want to play the game probably be watching this, or anyone really who might want to play the game but hasn't yet might be watching this. And I know, of course, the Danganronpa community is, you know, strict about cracking down on spoilers, and I can't exactly fault them for that because spoilers are bad. Stop doing that. That's stupid. You pathetic little troll. I'm sorry. Yeah, so, yeah, I was very careful with my references there. The hands. I don't know why, after, like, 20-some years of doing art, I cannot, see, I just got frustrated and scribbled, cannot do hands. I just can't make them look the way I want them to. Eventually with this, I think I draw one finger and I just copy and paste it and just, like, adjust it around and to, like, make different lengths, and it honestly ends up working. I don't think I can do that with every scenario, but it worked out with this one because she's just, like, putting her hands on her face, kind of Home Alone style, I guess, but obviously not. It's not quite that. But once I did that, of course you can't see, but through the screen. But once I did that to demonstrate, I'm like, oh, that's like the Home Alone thing, but that's not what this is. Yo, can you tell I had a ton of fun with this piece? I'm like, you can, like, hear me smiling. This is just, I don't know, this piece just, like, made me happy because it came out so cool and it was fun to do, and I just, even this part here with the hands that is giving me so much grief, you know, once I got past that, it turned out so cool, and I love it. So, yeah, do what you're passionate about, and it'll come out really cool. So before I sped the footage up and cut it down, this piece in total took about 13 hours and 15 minutes. That includes a lot you probably noticed I cut out at the beginning with the sketching when I was going to do the character sheet of all the different sprites. I just kind of cut out a lot of that because I was like, okay, I'm going to show them to you, give you the general idea, but I want to focus mostly on the piece that, you know, eventually became the final piece. Those crazy curly cute eyes that you saw I just draw there do come back, and we'll talk about them again when they come back. Here is the hair billowing out, and I'm just having fun with it. Trying to get it just right, but oh my god, it's fun. There is, it's not happening here, but it'll happen later, like a tangent with the fingernails and the strand in front of her hair. I eventually fixed that by just having that hair go in front of the hand. I'm not sure if that exactly fixed it. Oh, now I'm seeing a tangent with the fingernail in her face, though I don't know if I end up fixing that too, because again, this is not the final inks here, but yeah, we're getting there. So I had fun kind of speculating why she might be losing it in the trial here. What do you guys think? Do you think she's the killer, or do you think she's one of those, again, not trying to give away too many spoilers, but those who play the game might know those red herrings who kind of lose it for other reasons, but they aren't the actual killer. I think she might be one of those, though, that just seems to suit, I don't know, the narrative I have in my head, which is not very big, but I don't know, it sounds like fun. Or maybe, pun intended, because her song Mastermind, maybe she's the mastermind. I don't know, there's so many different routes that you can take with this, and you can have a lot of fun with her songs and stuff, and so I was just having fun speculating on that while I was working on the piece. So yeah, I think for her ultimate ability, I do think it would be Ultimate Pop Sensation. Yes, obviously that's been taken, but there have been repeats both in the games, and then, you know, a lot of people, their fan characters, they will have repeats as well. And, you know, it seems to work perfectly well for her, so yeah. I thought about adding, you know, when I was originally doing the character sheet, I was going to add that there, but I didn't end up doing it. But I'm enjoying this. I love the other sprites that I made. I might expand this, like, not too much. I'm not going to make a story or anything for it, but I might make a few more screenshots or, you know, sprites of her in the Danganronpa style, or even more of, like, the kind of painterly illustrated thing they have sometimes in the intro introducing the characters. So I mean, who knows, that'll be long after this whole Huevember thing is done, because that's the focus right now, but yeah, I just had fun speculating, and I'd love to do more in this universe. The snakes on her outfit, I actually drew on I inked them on a separate layer. Part of that was, well, okay, so there were actually 3 reasons. One is so I can copy and paste it over to the other sprite easily and not have to redraw it like I'm doing here. The other is to erase around it easier. And the third reason is because I wanted to color the lines of the snake like silver, like it is on her outfit, like the glittery silver. I actually do not end up doing that. That's probably one of my only regrets with this piece, is I didn't add, like, sparkliness to it. Might have been just, I'm trying to get it done, might have been just, I don't know, I forgot. There isn't much sparkliness that I can recall in Danganronpa style, but I do think there could be a little bit. So that, maybe I should have done that, but, for what it is, I think it came out pretty cool, so. I try and fix that tangent on the hair, and I just, you know, end up having it go in front of her hand there. Okay, so here's where I give her the crazy swirly eyes, and I do copy and paste it, but I don't mirror image flip like I do often with things like that go on the other side, because I thought maybe that might give it a little bit more of an uneasy, creepy feeling. It's really hard to notice anyway, but I thought that might help add to the effect. So one thing about the light-skinned Danganronpa sprites is that they are very pale, so pale that it's sometimes hard to see if you color pick them. I didn't do that, I just went ahead and used the color skin that I had picked out for her in the beginning of this project and used that on the sprites. So this is a mostly black outfit with the popping red highlights of the snakes. Kind of reminds me of what I wanted to do last year. Now this black is actually a very dark red. It's the red of the day, very dark. Last year I thought about doing that, where having the picture mostly black and having some red pop on it, but I was too afraid it was gonna mess up the color order and not show off the red well enough, and honestly this is just another part on my journey of redemption, because not only has my ability grown, but also my courage to try new risky things. And I actually tried it this year, and, you know, whether it turned out or not, which I think it did, I was willing to try it, and I'm proud of myself for that. The mysterious, subtle Danganronpa eye circles. And then I'm doing the snakes that are kind of on the background of her outfit here. So the Danganronpa texture that is on like the clothing and the hair, this one that I'm using I got from Shirin Plays Games on Reddit. I'll put the link in the description below if you want to get that for yourself. I wanted to include that because I find sometimes people who make like fan sprites and stuff don't always include it, and it just helps kind of not only make, you know, have the texture of the Danganronpa characters in the style, but also it kind of, you know, how the colors are kind of more muted in the Danganronpa style, and I think without it, it does kind of look bright, like you can see here. On the larger sprite, this one in the trial, the texture is off of her hair, but on the other one, just the face, you can see it's on, and so it does look kind of more muted, more gray, so it does work more into being part of the style. Another thing about the Danganronpa style, and I have like the weirdest memory of noticing this before, and maybe I noticed it, but I feel like I noticed it in terms of like working on a drawing, is the one like shine highlight on their forehead, at least with the females. I didn't really look at any male sprites for making this, and I must have noticed that before when like working on like drawing Danganronpa characters in my own style or something. Because I have no memory of trying Danganronpa style before, but just when I got to that, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember noticing that, but like, I don't know, maybe other artists can relate to this. Not like noticing it in a way of like, oh, I noticed it while I'm playing the game or something. It's noticing it and like, oh, okay, remember to incorporate that into your picture somehow. I don't know. But I have no memory of doing Danganronpa style before, so, but I do like that. That is kind of an interesting, fun, little thing that is unique there. So yes, I did give her makeup. Again, one of those styles where the characters just don't seem to wear makeup, but I thought, yeah, it's signature, especially the lipstick. I had to do it. It doesn't look that great, at least the lipstick doesn't look that great on the just faced only sprite, but on the trial sprite, I think it looks really good and really fun, so I'm glad I did it. Here I'm adding those silver lines. I even try and do like little black lines on the inside because I notice that they have that when I look at the outfit again, but I decide not to, and then I'm just like, no, I don't want to, I don't know, I didn't like the silver lines either. And then for the background, I know Danganronpa tends to have much more detailed backgrounds, but part of it was, you know, laziness, I'll admit. Part of it is I don't like doing detailed backgrounds because I think it takes away from the focal point, which should be her. So that's why I kind of did more of a subtle background here. This is doing kind of a gradient to do like a crazy, creepy face, doing her tights here. And then for the trial, I didn't know which case number this should be, so I just wrote case and then had the swatch snake, of course it's a snake for today because it is Reputation, had that instead of a number. And then she is saying, look what you made me do, and you can come up with your own theories as to the context of why she is saying that. But that's going to do it for day 9. Again, redemption on redemption. Absolutely loved it. I'm so glad I got to share this with you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Bye!